College students have a lot of opportunities to go abroad during the summer, and in the summer of 2012, I went with a group of 15 Mercer students and professors to Cape Town, South Africa. South Africa, the Rainbow Nation, is a land filled with immense beauty, but scarred by high levels of poverty as well. The country is extremely diverse and is still trying to recover from the wounds that were deeply inflicted during the apartheid era. Our mission was unique, and we worked for 3 full weeks with the learners at Hector Peterson Secondary School. Together, the Mercer and the Hector Peterson students worked to put on a play that was available to everybody in the Kraaifontein Township. It didn't take long for us to form deep bonds with the students. We learned a lot about the struggles and all of their hardships that are associated with their lives while living in the township of Kraaifontein. But more importantly, we learned about their culture, and we learned about the incredible strength that they all have, together. We even got to sing and dance every single day. We worked for 3 incredibly hard weeks on a play, writing it and producing it, and the result was incredible. The learners put on the play and it amazed everyone. The community even came out to show their support, and everybody absolutely loved the play and spoke very highly of it. When the time finally came for us to leave, none of us were ready to go, and you could tell that the learners definitely didn't want us to go. We also worked at a local primary school every single morning. Some mornings we worked with the 4 and 5-year-olds, who are known as the Grade R students. I think it's safe to say that they all loved to play with their new favorite jungle gym, me. It was exhausting at times, but we had a ton of fun with them. The Grade R students all loved us, and we had a ton of fun working with them. We even got to help out the teachers a lot in the classroom as well. We worked with the 6th and 7th graders on their English and public speaking skills as well. The trip wasn't all work, though. We got to see some of the most beautiful places in the whole entire world. It didn't matter if it was mountains, beaches, harbors, or plains, we saw it all. We went a little bit out of our comfort zones at times, and we challenged ourselves when a few of us decided to hike Table Mountain, one of the new natural wonders of the world. It was a really tough climb, but when we finally reached the summit, we really felt like we were on top of the world. We also learned a lot about South African literature and the South African government. We even got to visit Robben Island, where ex-President Nelson Mandela was held in prison for over 15 years on his long walk to freedom. All that time he did hard labor and lived in a single room. One of my favorite parts of the trip was getting to go to Cape Point and the Cape of Good Hope, the most southwestern point on the South African continent. We had a very unique experience at Cape Point. We found a bunch of old trails that used to go to the old lighthouse, and we explored a whole lot further than most people are ever able to. Even though the weather looks a little bit dreary, it was warm enough outside to visit the Cape of Good Hope, and the entire group had an absolute blast climbing out onto all of the rocks and exploring the surrounding area. The rocks were steep, but the views were absolutely fantastic. Overall, the trip was an incredible experience, and I think it's safe to say that we all really reached new heights on this trip. We learned a lot about governmental policy, but we also made sure to always play by our own rules. We ate a lot of good food, and we got an incredible taste for their culture, even if it wasn't always quite up to public health standards. We got to travel a lot around the Western Cape, and we had the opportunity to see some really unique animals in South Africa, ones that we'd never seen before. The animals, for the most part, were really unique, but some of them, I have a feeling, weren't actually native to the country. Most importantly, though, we learned a whole lot about the impact that poverty has on the lives of millions of people across South Africa. We became incredibly close with a group of learners, and I'm sure the school feels empty without us now that we're gone. Everyone on the trip felt like their lives were changed by the experience. I know mine was. The trip was incredible, and I will never forget the time that I spent in South Africa through Mercer on Mission.